That new rule is this: a recurring meeting with less than 50% of conflicts and fewer than 10 individual conflicts will be accepted. However, the individual meetings that have conflicts will be rejected. Each reject will generate a reject reply to the sender, and the meeting organizer would need to modify the rejected individual meetings. Here's a little more details to help explain this concept. If a recurring meeting request either has more than 50% of conflicts or more than 10 individual conflicts, the entire series of meetings is rejected. For example, if there are 10 recurring meetings with 6 conflicts, the entire series is rejected. It's 60% of conflicts, which is greater than the 50% threshold. If there are 100 recurring meetings and 20 conflicts, the entire series is rejected. It's only a 20% conflict, but there are 20 conflicts, which is greater than the 10 conflict maximum. If there are 10 meetings and 2 conflicts, the series is accepted and the 2 conflicts are rejected. 3 emails, one saying that the meetings were accepted, and 2 individual emails saying that the meetings were rejected for those 2 times when there are conflicts. So again, in that case, the meeting organizer would need to address those 2 meetings that were rejected. So the way to address these rejected meeting requests would be to go to the individual date and pick a different conference room. So in this case, the first meeting was January 26th. So I would go to my calendar to that specific date, and I've got my meeting here. If I open this meeting, I only want to move the meeting on this one day. The rest of the series is fine where it is. If I look at the scheduling assistant here, I can see that my meeting is not in the boardroom, that there is no conference room for it. So here I could select a different conference room from the list of all available conference rooms. I can see that all of the other conference rooms are available at that time, so I could just pick a different conference room. And then this one instance of this meeting is updated. I can send out an update and it'll book the conference room for that one day. Now, in this video I covered creating a calendar group, which is a simple way to view the availability of conference rooms as well as people. I talked about how to create a new meeting request, and how to convert an appointment into a meeting request. I covered different ways of selecting or picking a conference room, either from the address book or from the room finder, as well as how to type in a conference room name. I discussed the importance of waiting for confirmation messages from the server to make sure that your meeting request was accepted, and if it was declined, how to address it. I talked about scheduling recurring meetings, and I briefly covered the new rule that basically allows users to schedule recurring meetings that might have conflicts on certain days, as long as the conflicts don't exceed some threshold. And that threshold is either 50% of the meetings are in conflict with a prior reservation, or the meeting has more than 10 conflicts. If either of those thresholds are crossed, then the whole meeting request is declined. I hope that you have found this video to be helpful. Thanks.